Hello and welcome back. Finally, we're here. We did it. We are here at the back lot at Sun King Brewing to bring all of you another wonderful episode of Cooking with Sun King with our great friends from Green Bean Delivery and White's Ace Hardware and Carmel and Fishers. And today we are going to use the magnificent beer Outfield Assist Vienna style lager, if you're familiar. Great for baseball season. We are going to make this pretty epic kind of sausage board. So step one is to make a poaching liquid. When we make beer brats, the traditional way is just to literally take sausages, beer, heat, and kind of boil the ever-living crap out of them and then grill them. This way, we're going to actually take some really awesome sausages from D'Artagnan and we are going to poach them in a very flavorful liquid of course, beer. We're going to add some spices and some aromatics just to make that as flavorful as possible. And we aren't going to have this at a full rolling boil. So we are going to just lightly simmer these on the Traeger, of course. And then as soon as they're done, we're going to just crisp them up a little bit, and that's it. We'll let them rest, we'll cut them, we'll serve them with some really awesome krauts and mustards, and then we're ready for game day. So step two, we're gonna remove them from the poaching liquid, let them rest for just a second to let all of those wonderful juices kind of settle down. We're gonna grill them quickly for about 10 minutes or so, flipping once. We'll let them rest again, and then we'll present them on our board with some really great mustards and krauts. So to start, we need to make our poaching liquid. As previously mentioned, normally when we make a beer brat, we would just take our brats, put them in beer and boil the ever-living crap out of them. And we're not gonna do that today. We actually want this to be flavorful. We want these flavors to commingle, and we want this to be the best sausage kind of poaching liquid we can do. And it starts very simply. So we're gonna take an onion and chop it up. We also want to leave this recipe kind of open to interpretation. If you want to add some peppers, add some peppers. If you want it spicy, add a jalapeno or two. This is really kind of up to you. This is what we're going to do to get the most flavor out of our sausages today. So we're just going to rough chop this. We're not looking for a fine dice or anything. This onion will give off its flavor in our liquid while it comes up to temp. So that goes in. We've got a whole head of garlic. On this, we just want to cut in half, kind of bilaterally across all the cloves. And that just goes in all by itself. Again, we're really just looking to extract these flavors. We're not looking to use any of these vegetables or spices afterwards. If you are, cut them however you want. Try to scoop them out, and then you're gonna have to pick through all of the aromatics as well. So we're gonna add just 3 easy aromatics. You can find them pretty much anywhere. We've got some black peppercorns, some allspice berries, and a little bit of caraway. So for this size of pan, this is called a large hotel pan, we're gonna use about 48 ounces or 3 delicious Outfield Assists Vienna style lagers. You might also be thinking that doesn't really look like a ton of beer, but we are going to add, goodness, 4, 8, like 28 sausages to this bad boy. So that volume displacement is going to help us increase that liquid a little bit. So also we're not wasting like any beer, but you know, we've got a nice poaching liquid and it'll fit, everything will fit great. So normally we would actually have all of our aromatics, take the pan over to the Traeger and then pour the beer in. It's just a little safer. That way we don't accidentally slip and fall and lose anything. But of course, for the sake of this video, we're gonna show you all of that right here. And then we'll talk about the sausages we're gonna use. So as previously mentioned, all of the sausages are from our good friends at D'Artagnan. We've picked 4 different kinds, some smoked andouille, traditionally a pork sausage, kind of Cajun spiced. This one already is smoked, but that's okay. It will still take on this delicious beer flavor, and then it'll crisp up really great. We also have these beautiful saucillon de canard. So that's duck sausage. It's got a little bit of Armagnac, if you're not familiar, French, wonderful grape liqueur. There's also a little bit of duck liver and some spices, really beautifully spiced. That'll kind of go along with the allspice in there. We've got some lamb merguez sausage. These traditionally have just a little bit of harissa, which is a Moroccan style pepper paste. Of course, a little bit of garlic, wonderful. And then finally, venison. These venison sausages also have a little bit of pork for that delicious fat, and then some cherries for a little bit of sweetness. So all 4 of these are going into the same pan. They're all gonna poach for just about 30 or 40 minutes or so, just until they're barely cooked through. We're not looking to boil this for hours and hours and hours. We really just want these to absorb this delicious flavor, and then we'll crisp them up on the grill, cut them up, and have a day. So the sausages are ready to go on the grill. We've got everything separated. We'll try to do that in the pan as well. If you get a little confused, the great thing about these is that they're all completely different colors, so we should be okay. So we're gonna go poach some sausage. Cool. Like I said before, this is just as easy as it sounds. We're gonna take each sausage and kind of leave them in their own corner of the world, and then let them poach for about 30 to 45 minutes, just until they're cooked through. And then we'll remove them from the liquid, bring the temperature up just a little bit, get a little sear on them, and call it a day. So we're gonna give these just about a half an hour. We're gonna check them then. And if they're ready to go, we will pull them out. We wanna let them rest so all that fat doesn't go all over the place. We're gonna up the grill to about 400, and then we're gonna get a nice little crisp on them, and we'll be ready to serve. So we can see our sausages are fully cooked. They're floating a little, they've plumped up, and we are just going to literally take them from here, move them up top, and let them sear for just a few minutes, and then we'll hopefully be ready to go. So we're gonna let these go at 425 degrees just for about 6 to 7 minutes, until those casings render out a little bit. Everything's kind of crispy and delicious, and we'll be ready to go. All right, so it's been about 6 or 7 minutes. And we're gonna let these rest for a little bit. We're not even gonna cut them. They're nice, perfectly sized for everybody to enjoy. We're gonna let that roll by. Hi, Ben. Thanks for being a part of our video. All right, here we go. Perfect. So we've got our andouille. So both of these krauts are from our good friends at Cleveland Kraut. They do a really awesome raw probiotic situation. So today we have the nar, which is kind of their answer to kimchi. So you're gonna see a little bit of green peppers, some garlic, of course, and then a little bit of sriracha and some jalapenos. And then we also have their whiskey dill, which is one of my favorites. So obviously traditional kraut, dill, and then just a little bit of barrel-aged whiskey for a little bit of sweetness and kind of that more traditional kraut flavor. A couple of mustards from our good friends at Local Folks Foods, and then we're gonna plate. Yeah, it's also raining on us, so shout out, that's fun. And these sausages are perfectly sized for a crowd. If you have an even bigger crowd or want more samples, go ahead and cut these in half, but you'll definitely wanna let those rest. Perfect. Thank you all, as always, for watching. That was our really delicious sausage board with just 2 quick, easy steps, of course, on the Traeger. As always, we want to shout out our great friends at Green Bean Delivery for all of the amazing food. And of course, our great friends at White's, Ace Hardware, and Carmel and Fisher's for this beautiful Traeger Ironwood 885. And we want to thank all of you as well. We want to thank you all for following along. We want to welcome you all back. If you're new here, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. That way we see that you are, of course, now not only watching the videos, but that you want to see more stuff from us because we love making it for you. So we really hope you all have a wonderful, great summer. Happy grilling. Cheers.